Hey, what's up YouTube? Hope you guys are having a good Friday or a happy weekend wherever you are. My name is Sophia Succulent and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Thanksgiving card, since Thanksgiving is next weekend for us, using this awesome little stamp set. It's called Sparkle of the Season, and it has a wreath and it comes with dies. Well, the stamp set doesn't come with dies. The dies do come separately, but you can buy them as a bundle. And it has just the cutest dies. Like, it's got this one with the stars. It even has a little pumpkin, which I'm not going to use today, but it's great for Halloween. It has a little bat, which is also great for Halloween. And then it has snowflakes on it too, so you could actually make like a Christmas wreath out of it if you wanted to. But today I'm going to show you how to make kind of a Thanksgiving themed card using this stamp set. So we're going to start with a note card. I'm going to make it nice and small so you don't have to get extra things. And we're just gonna go ahead and fold it right in the middle. Hold on, I'm just gonna see. So you want like the mountain side down when you're folding these. So I'm gonna fold it right in the middle, get my bone folder and crease it nicely there. You gotta push these ones down really hard if you want them to stay down. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna show you the card I'm basing it off of. I actually made this really nice card, and it's gonna look kind of like this, but not exactly. But we are gonna layer the leaves just like I did over here. So once that's done, the next layer we're gonna have is another piece of the basic white cardstock, and I've just cut it 1/4 of an inch smaller on each side. So this is 5 by 3.5 inches. So 5 inches this way, 3.5 this way. And this sheet that's gonna go on top is 4.25 by 3.25. And sometimes you get this lip here, so you can just push it down. So this is from when I trimmed the card. It leaves a little bit of a lip if you're using a paper trimmer. So you can just go ahead and push that down with your bone folder. Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna emboss this using this embossing folder. It's called Brick and Mortar 3D embossing folder, and it gives you a nice brick look. Now this card, I'm gonna be making it horizontal because I kind of want the wreath to go like right in the middle. And so we want the bricks to be going sideways on here. So we're just gonna line this up in the middle. And it kind of doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go right to the edge just so I know I have it straight. See, like that looks a little bit crooked to me still. Just gonna put it in the middle. And then do that, and I think that's straight. So for embossing, this is the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And you don't use these when you're embossing. It actually tells you right on the #1 plate what you have to use. So because this is a 3D embossing, we're gonna use just this one, and then I'm gonna put this in, and then I'm gonna use the #4 plate to go on top. And then we're just gonna run that through here. It might shake a little bit, sorry. Okay. And then we've got this perfectly embossed piece. I don't know if you see that, but isn't that so pretty? It looks like a real brick wall. I'm always so amazed after I emboss something. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this out of the way. We're gonna put that over there. I'm not gonna need this. But I do need to die cut some pieces, so I'll put this here. Just like that. Oh, and the number 2 plate. Okay. So now you've got our brick piece and we've got our card base, and I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. So I'm going to use my liquid glue because if I use my tape glue, it's not going to stick down properly because this paper is all kind of morphed, I guess. So if you use the liquid glue, it really goes right into all those little creases and sticks down a lot better. So we're going to take that and just put it on top. This glue is also great because it's a little bit forgiving when you're gluing something down. It gives you a little bit of wiggle room if you haven't lined it up properly. So I'm just gonna push that down nicely. I don't wanna fiddle with it too much because then it morphs the paper. Okay, so that's done. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks great. And then I've already went ahead and die cut 2 of the pieces out. So I've got it in this soft succulent color, the leaf wreath. See, it has all the pretty leaves on there. So that's gonna be one of my layers. And then I've used this beautiful shimmery vellum paper that comes in the new in colors right now. And I'm gonna be using a layer of that also on there. And then the last layer I'm gonna do is gonna be in Evening Evergreen. So I wanted to show you how to do that on camera, and so I didn't cut that one off. Or sorry, die cut it out. But I'll show you how it's done. So you get your number 1 and your number 2 plate, and then your number 3 plates, and make sure they kind of come together nicely. And then I always use one of the plates for cutting and one for the top so it stays kind of fresh. And then eventually I'll swap them. So I'm gonna cut, this is the die, and we're gonna throw that in there. And I'm also gonna need a tag for my greeting. So this is from the Tailor made tags dies. And I'm gonna be putting this also on top. So I kind of want this cut out at the same time. Sorry if it's shaking again. Okay, so got that. Okay, so here's my tag. Isn't that really pretty? And here's the last wreath that's gonna go on that card. And sorry, this has a lot of little pieces. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. So it takes a little bit of patience to get it all. I found it especially hard to get the shimmery paper away from the die. And you know what, you could use this, like if you're gonna die cut some extra leaves or something, you could use that middle piece. So save it. Or if you're like, whatever, I'll just go buy some more paper, then you don't have to save it. But I think I'm going to use it for leaves, so I'll save it. So now I'm just taking out all these little pieces. A lot of the trees in Edmonton are this color, so I kind of like using it for fall. Okay, I think that's it. Now we're gonna kind of try and throw it together. Okay, so let's see how this looks. What color do I want on top? That's the big question. So we can try it with that. I want to put the shimmer paper in the middle because I don't want the glue to show through. So we could do it like this, or we could start with that and then put this and then put that. That looks pretty sharp too. Or we could be a little crazy and try to put the orange, the pale papaya on top. Okay, no, I definitely like the pale papaya in the middle. And I think I like this dark green on the bottom. Okay. So I'm just gonna grab my multi-purpose glue. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick. And you don't have to glue it everywhere. Like I kind of just put glue where I see some big spots because it's gonna stick down even with these little bits of glue on there. Okay, I think that's enough glue. I might try to put some where I have my hand here too. Okay, and then we're just gonna glue it down. And it doesn't really matter because this card's gonna have a lot of layers, so it doesn't matter where you put it. Or how you put it, I guess. Okay, so we're just gonna push that down as much as we can. And it's okay if these pieces stick up, like it'll add to the texture of the card. Okay. And then we're gonna do the shimmery piece. And just remember to see that the shimmer part is actually on the top because the bottom doesn't really have any shimmer on it. Trying to get all the leaves because that's the most important part. And this is vellum, so you really don't want to put that much glue on it. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit over here, just on these pieces. Okay. Maybe over here too, and right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this down, and it's okay if you see a little bit of glue because you're not gonna see that anyway later. there. Okay, so I think that looks great. And then we've got one more to go here. Oh, it's kind of popping up there. You could also just use your bone folder to kind of push it into place. Okay. Then we've got one more. This is probably going to be the easier one to put on. Okay, and where else do you think? Right here and right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this down right there. Okay. I'm gonna grab my bone folder again and help kind of push that down because my fingers get sticky and I really don't like that. Okay, there we go. So that's starting to come together. So I don't know if you see that. Lots of little colors there. And see, you don't even really see the glue that was on the pale papaya. So now that that's all done, I'm gonna create a greeting, and we're gonna use this little tag, and I think I'm gonna kind of put it right there. Or should I do it this way? No, we'll do it this way. You could also put it there. You could put it here. You could put it here. You could put it wherever you want, really. And the greeting I'm going to be using is this "Thankful for You." So I'm just going to pull that out. I'm just going to grab a block. And so it's going to go on top of this little piece, and so I want it to be in the same color as that. So I've got my evening evergreen right here. I ink that up. Just tap, tap, tap. And I'm going to kind of stamp it towards the bottom because I have to cut this out. There. And then I'm going to use my trimmer actually to cut it out because I know that it's going to be straighter that way. Yeah, I think that's good. Just gonna do that, and then let's kind of look at the, this. I think I'm just gonna put that in the middle, so I will cut it right there. Yeah. Okay, put that away. Get this stuff out of here. And we're gonna put this on right in the middle. So I'm just gonna glue it straight down right in the center. Just like that. And then we're gonna get this on the card. Now I'm gonna put this on dimensionals, I think. Just grab them. And I think big ones will fit on there, yeah. So these are the Stampin' dimensionals and they're in the bigger size. So, I'm just gonna use my tweezers actually to get them off. I always like to have one in the middle so it doesn't sink. Just like this. And we're going to take that off. Put this down. I think I want it like right there. Okay, now there's one last thing I want to put on this card, and it's a bow. So if you look on my last card, I made a bow, but I feel like it's really thin and it doesn't show up too much. And so I've pre-made a bow, but I made it in double layers, so it kind of does show up. And I'm actually gonna put it right there. So I'm just gonna grab a glue dot. And what I like to do is put the bow right onto the glue dot and then peel it off and then just kind of put it exactly where I want it to go. In this case, right over there. So there we go. That is my project for you today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you like it, please like this video, shoot me a comment, tell me what you think about it, and I will be back next week with a new project for you. Have a good weekend. Bye.